Vikes on Thursday night.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right, a terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Throwing is McDonald. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it in at the 22. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well behind the sticks here with a second and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's McDonald to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McDonald. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Nichols. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They go play action with McDonald. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Porter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Wilson to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. McDonald sets to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous
nice play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. It's McDonald. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
After 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Porter.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 5.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Porter. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McDonald. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, it's Porter. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So that one will be accepted. On second down now, it's Porter. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. From the gun on third down, McDonald. He finds his man complete. That's Nichols. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Nichols. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers. And then one more to highlight, Sunday Night Football, as the national audience will see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nichols. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. McDonald. He finds his man. Complete. It's Nichols. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. finally they feel they got a call.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
From the 36,
Wilson, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 30, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On 1st down, Nichols. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. McDonald, he finds his man, complete. It's Wise. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, McDonald. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wise. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Off the play fake. McDonald. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McDonald. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Wilson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run on first down. Porter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he gets it down to the 32. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Throwing is McDonald. He finds his man, complete. It's Nichols. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nichols. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a play fake here on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Nichols. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 28. The Vikings on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nichols. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down now. It's Nichols. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Barker. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Porter. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On 1st down, Nichols. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nichols. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. McDonald. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26.
The Saints take over. Let's go, let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barker, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Nichols. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Second down at 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nichols. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good.